Hey everyone, this is Peter Palmiotti, and I was trying to do something that didn't work. Let me try one more time. And see if I could do this. Trying to do something that didn't work. There goes my video. Let me try one more time. Shh, me. Let's see. I gotta get this to work one day. Bear with me 1 second. I don't think it's... See, it just comes up as a black screen. Okay. Alright, forget that. Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti of Human Art Studio, and lots to talk about. Why am I working on retro? What is the topic about today? What is going on in the world? Alright, so today is April 8th, 2019, and tomorrow's my birthday. If you didn't already know. And thank you for coming out. For those that showed up live, I will check comments in a little bit. Okay, so yes, tomorrow's my birthday, and my intention was to kickstart my comic tomorrow. But I have a ton to do. I essentially only want to get the basics up there. Not doing anything fancy, not doing anything special. That, you know, it will be the pledge levels will be support my project for whatever amount, or get the printed copy of the first issue of Retro. And what I'm going to be doing once it goes live is work on Retro every day for more than 30 minutes, unlike my 100 days of working on my Anthology story. I'm going to work on Retro, hopefully, I don't know, at least a page every other day. And by that account, I should be a good ways done with the book by the time the Kickstarter ends. The Kickstarter will be 30 days. Thinking the goal will be $3,000, which is a fair amount. It will pay for my artist, which is Rich Future, and his amazing work. It will pay for a colorist, which I won't really announce until, I don't know, maybe during the campaign, maybe after. We'll see. Right now, what I wanted to show you, what I wanted to share with you, was my progress on the cover thus far. I know a lot of you who have been keeping track of what I'm doing have seen the cover, and it colored, but unfortunately those colors were over a low res of the artwork. So I went the other day and got a high res copy of it and started just coloring it myself. It's not going to be fully colored. It will just be the character in color. and I have work to do on it because I'm not really equipped to color, but it's going to be simple and straightforward. And once I finish that, then I'll make a video, basic video saying, hey, pledge for my Kickstarter, because I need to get it funded so I can print it and publish it and get it out there. And this will be the first book through Has Comics, dude. That's technically the full name of my comic line. Will be Has Comics, dude, as in, do you Has Comics, dude? Because it's fun. Comics are fun, and I want to always remember that. So, a little bit about why I'm working on this and not my anthology story, because I am putting in 30 minutes every day. I put in 30 minutes yesterday. I'll put in 30 minutes today, and so on until it's finished. I mentioned yesterday that got a little bit of an extension, and while I don't want to wait to the last day to finish it off, I probably will be going beyond my 100 days in order to do that. Because, yeah, like, I really, really, really want to get the Kickstarter up and rolling as soon as possible. There'll be, I'm sure, challenges that I'll be facing as far as information I need and yada yada, and if my bank account's attached to it, and whatever Kickstarter needs for me. Make sure international shipping is correct and all that. I know like most Kickstarters seem to charge like $5 or thereabouts for like shipping in the US. I'm not sure how much like international or Ontario, Canada, or how widespread it asks for information of that sort. But I'll be looking into all that and make sure it's all set up. And I'll announce it on Facebook, Twitter, the usual places. That I'll be hitting the button soon. And if you know me, Scott Circlin, and he did his live, and he had a problem, and he fixed it live, but it is my first Kickstarter, and I'm not as confident to start up a live stream and try to do it, especially since, I just started to try to show you or share a picture and couldn't accomplish that. So good luck me sharing the Kickstarter page. Although, what I'll probably do is boot it up on my Kindle or something and show it off that way, if that kind of thing works. So yeah, if you followed me for years on the Facebooks, you know that I've done a lot of like Monday morning motivational posts, and I kind of like those, and I mean, I like motivational speakers overall, from everyone from what is his name, Gail Carnegie, to Tony Robbins, to Gary Vee, to just name them. Even the like YouTube, if you type in motivational speakers or videos, there's a billion of them, and you know, we artists are a lonely sort, and sometimes I need music, sometimes watching other art videos, sometimes uh, podcasts. You know, depending on my mood, I listen to a lot of different things, and I figured today I'll do a little bit of a sort of a motivational speech myself. I don't know. It's off the top of my head, so we'll see how good it comes out. Um, but yeah, so I'm getting ready. I'm getting a Kickstarter together. Um, getting everything, working on, like, this is page 4. I might have 3 or 4 pages to show off on the Kickstarter page along with the cover. Do a not too fancy video, and yeah, I should have picked that. There's a lot of tiny detail in this stuff. That's why I used the quill. Um, what else do I want to mention on the front? Oh, that, because it's my because it's my Kickstarter, because it's my birthday tomorrow. And more than likely I won't have the Kickstarter ready by then. I figured what I'll post on Facebook mostly, because I usually get like a million messages, not a million, between 300 and 500 usually. Um, Although, last couple of years it seemed like a lot of messages went to Messenger, although I think they are sort of redirecting that. Anyway, on my Facebook page itself, profile page, usually get a lot of people wishing me a happy birthday. So I'm just thinking of, well, I'm going to post my PayPal link, which is paypal.me.Peter Palmiotti, and I guess what I'm going to do is kind of say, hey, if you really want to support me and support my studio, um, I had a lot of technical issues. I still want to recover from. So I still need to get a hard drive for my PC before I totally tackle fixing that. So I get all the information off of it first, and then put a new hard drive to it and see if I can bring it back to life. Currently, I'm using a new PC I bought, which is pretty much like the same model. But I'm still paying that off, just so I had a working computer, because I couldn't seem to get the old one fixed without losing all the data. It's not um, not everything. It's like I have a lot of the information on thumb drives and this PC and such. but not everything. A lot of it is like just a million links to things and some comic accurate information and whatnot. Anywho, I figured I'd offer people maybe commissions if they want it or whatever. I just want to, if at all possible, to take care of all that financial stuff. So I figured I'd make it into a post, and especially on my birthday when I get the most people coming to my profile page. See if I can lighten the load. Since some very big gigs haven't happened yet, and I want to focus on getting retro worked on and getting one client work project completed, although I still have pages coming to me. I'll talk about that more probably later in the month, or if they start talking about it, I'll bring it up. But yeah, so I got a lot going on. I got the other my other YouTube channel is, if one wasn't enough, Create Our Own Comics. If you're not subscribed to that, please go there right now and subscribe. Okay, wait till the video is done. And the link is on my YouTube page, if you didn't know that already. What else? What else? Oh, yeah. What happened to the Griffin? Well, we're not showing off page 4. And what I want to do is finish the inks on everything. So I might just be working on camera on this project, my passion project, retro, until I get to the lettering stage. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, that's progressing. I put some time in yesterday. I'll put more time in today. And that's why retro. I know. Okay, so it's taken me quite a while to, it's like lots of life things come up, like lots of technical issues. But it's been way too many years since this was pencil. And this is why I'm just putting my foot down now and saying I got to get this kickstarted. The paper on this is turning yellow. You might be able to tell that a little bit. And the pencils are a little light. So usually what I do is have the page blown up on the screen, the pencils, and maybe even darken it in one of my art programs. But I don't have that at the moment because my computer's not strong enough to handle such challenges while I live stream. So I'm just hopefully not ruining anything, because it's kind of hard to see a little bit of it. But yeah, the name of the video is the start and the finish, and I'll be getting to what I mean behind that. But let me go check the video, see who's here. Who's here? We got Dave. We got Gibran. We got Comic Book Black Belt. We got Daniel. Thanks, everybody. Hi, Peter, just turning in to have a listen. Cool. Happy birthday, Peter. Well, thank you for your early birthday. Wish. Comic Book Black Belt, been listening in. We'll be checking your Kickstarter out for sure. Awesome, awesome. Hello, Peter. Greetings from Portugal, and happy birthday in advance. Thank you, Jano. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. Please give a like, thumbs up to the video, subscribe if you haven't. I know you're all pretty much subscribed, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so what do I mean by the start and the end? I'm always trying to improve my schedule, because I'm freelance, like many of you that probably watching my video now and in the future. The thing about, it's like I'm not currently in a relationship, but, I still have responsibilities. I have 5 cats. I have friends. I have things I got to do in and around town. And because I'm in a small town, lots of things close after 5 or at 5. I mean, it kind of really sucks. I don't have a car. I pretty much walk around everywhere. But, I'm great friends with my ex, and she drives, and she has, well, she uses her brother's truck, to get around. And so if I need to go shopping, I have to split during the day, or, sometimes it's just at weird hours. And, because I want to, definitely focus on getting on some really a tighter schedule. The best I can handle is making sure my mornings and my evenings are for getting actual work done. And I've been pretty bad. I'll admit, I've been pretty bad. I check, wake up and check messages. I scan the interwebs for what my friends are up to. And, I waste the very beginning of my day. I usually take a shower, make some coffee, have breakfast, that sort of thing. Maybe feed the cats in the morning. If my feeding schedule with them is pretty bad too. But so it depends if I fed them late last night, or I have to feed them this morning. Anyway, it's like they're my biggest hurdle in the morning. Usually at the end of the day, I could pretty much rely on them either being outside or, just like tired at the end of the day. But a lot of times in the morning, that's not always the case. They usually pretty lively, and they're just, the cats. They're annoying. They're annoying until I give them attention, and like I said, if I have to feed them, all sorts of challenges. I'm sure if you have kids, it's pretty much the same. But I want to make sure to have more of a morning to me getting up and doing something effectively. And I'm not sure if that's going to be me making sure I live stream on a regular basis, like in the mornings. I tried that once before. I had this idea of doing a morning show that was kind of motivational too, like for artists who are up and about in the morning. and just starting off the day right, with whether it be jumping directly into work, you know, whatever I have to do, or at least doing a warm-up sketch of something, so I make sure to draw every day, because like a lot of my days now are going to be filled with me inking a lot of stuff. um, I got other stuff to do on my anthology story, The Griffin. I got other stuff to do as far as retro goes right now. But if I spend the majority of my day just inking, you know, I consider like at least 8 hours. Um, I'm working throughout my day. Um, Sometimes, a lot of times, much more than that. And I'm sure all of you know that, you know, online stuff takes up a lot of time. Even if you do barely scratch the surface, even if you're just sharing your latest work, um, you have a new art to sell, comic to sell, whatever. You want to share that around, you want to post links. It's time consuming. It's so time consuming. And I'm getting better at putting together a system. Okay, I want to post these places, so I can do it, get it done quicker, and move on. And just focus on work. Get work done. Get work done. I have to, you know, just hammer it into my head sometimes. Like yesterday was not a successful day. I wasted a lot of time. I futzed around. I watched a little TV. I mean, it's Sunday. A lot of people consider that a day off, but my business definitely currently doesn't survive unless I'm working every day. And I don't mind that. I'm focused on my business. Um, and frankly, I've made more money in the last 3 months than I have, like, say, half a year, half of last year. But it's still not good enough. There's nothing fancy about my life. I'm kind of thinking, if I reach a certain goal above and beyond um, what I'll be asking, then I'm thinking of doing something crazy, like maybe I'll go skydiving. Because my life is so boring. I mean, it's like I'm excited just to be alive, but in the big scheme of things, I don't do anything fancy. Going out to the movies is a big deal. Going out to a medium fancy restaurant is like a highlight of my week. Um, and getting together with friends that may be 2 towns away is an adventure. So yeah, so kind of funny, like just thinking about um, if I reach a crazy goal, um, then maybe I will do that. You know, the reason why skydiving is because yeah, I've done things in my life. It's like I'm a swimmer, although I haven't really gone too much swimming in the last bunch of years. I love to do that. I love to go bowling. I've done that in the last couple of years. Um, I just love to get together with friends. Usually at conventions, and I haven't done a lot of traveling um, in the last batch of years. But that I do plan to do conventions coming up more next year than this year. It's looking like, it's definitely. I have a client that wants me to write a novel series, and he's looking to get finance, so that's sort of a thing on hold. But if that goes through, then I'll be definitely doing a couple of conventions. Unfortunately, it hasn't happened yet. So, but he has paid me for the comic I wrote for him. That, if you didn't know the story, essentially from that, he said, "Let's do it as a novel series," because I guess he was that impressed. And it's like I haven't written for other people. I always wanted to write my own comics. But it is something I should consider doing for others if I want to make better money, because art takes time, especially as fussy as I am. All right, so go to the chat. Listening and scanning pages of Night's song. Awesome. So that's your current project, personal project? I think everybody here has their own personal project. I'm late to getting to the game. It's like Retro was a character I created when I was in my teens. And tomorrow, for those that don't know, I'll be 56 big ones. And yeah, well, while I still don't feel like I'm 56, definitely starting to feel closer to my age. But I'm still a child at heart. I'll always be a child of mind. That's my cat sneezing. But yeah, so I want to improve the start of my days. I'm, like I mentioned before, I'm pretty good with the end of my days. So, and it varies, like, depending on what I have to take care of during the day. If I got to go to some office to take care of some paperwork, I got to go during business hours. And so I got to run out. And running out means, a 10-minute thing could be 2 hours of my time. And, because then I'll come back, and then the cats will want my attention when I walk in. And so, it takes a while for them to settle down sometimes, or, you have to, kick them outside if I have to. Because while I'm not, I don't love letting them outside, it is an option I have at the moment, because I have a huge front yard where I am, and I have a huge backyard where I am, and they have been, safe, question mark, at this time, until I could afford something bigger than the small apartment I got. This will have to do. This will be the situation. But yeah, I want to improve my schedule going forward. Definitely having a Kickstarter will cut into my time. So what I'll probably be mapping out is an 8-hour day, and Kickstarter and social site stuff above and beyond that. So, I don't want to schedule 12-hour days 7 days a week. That's just insane. I know I can pull off a 12-hour day, but you know, things got to be aligned. But yeah, so you know, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. Um, you know, I got a lot to do if I want to set up this retro as a Kickstarter. I got a lot to do. You know, I got to get my creator-owned comics first video up. Next week, I'll be the spotlight for creator-owned comics, being interviewed by Chuck Pignot, and I'm really excited about that. So if you're not already subscribed to that channel, please go do so. If you're not a patron, my patron isn't what I want it to be. And I want to refocus it, but I'm trying to hold back. I'm trying to hold back from taking on more stuff than I need to at the moment. But I do want to get back to my comic worlds that I plan to do for my patrons. But I do appreciate each and every one who support me on there. I have about 9 people, I think. And yes, one is my brother. But it's good to have family that has you back. Let's see. Yeah, there's a bunch of people that, you know, I talk about a lot on my channel that support me, and I talk about them every now and then. So I appreciate everyone who does. For $1 or more, I mean, pretty much I'm trying to be a lot more consistent on my YouTube. I do have a goal of getting to and going way beyond with 1,000 subscribers. So if any of you would take a moment to share my channel out, I would be eternally grateful. And who knows, you know, maybe we can strike up a collaboration. Always willing to collaborate with other talented folk. I think I know everybody here, so yes, I would definitely collaborate with everybody who's spoken in the chat. Hint, hint. And so I don't know if that's fully inspirational to everybody, but I hope so. You know, I've listened to plenty of other artists doing daily videos or doing videos every now and then, whatever the case may be. It's always motivational to hear the same things over and over sometimes. You know, it's important to remember the basics, and the basics aren't always on top of your brain cell. And you know, we get cloudy vision because we're putting out fires, or we're dealing with our loved ones, or our pets, or IRS coming after us, or whatever the case may be. Or traffic on, you know, in the city you're living in, or wherever you're living. Or we're, you know, having a surprise birthday party that we weren't expected. Whatever the case. It's funny, like, you know, I'm originally from Brooklyn, New York, and I have many friends who still live there. And, you know, when I would have my birthday back when, you know, I got to a point where I was having 2 or 3 different birthdays, you know, essentially gatherings, not full-on birthdays, but always happy to celebrate my day with friends and just just hang out to eat, or going to the comic shop together, or um, walking around Manhattan. A lot of times, uh, you know, celebration took many forms, and it was literally like 2 or 3 gatherings, which took me essentially like a week to get together with different people and to do all that. And it was excellent, and I hope I have that kind of opportunity again, where I could afford to fly out to where various groups of my friends are, and um, now it's completely different story. It's like, maybe I'll get together with my ex Lisa and her family, um, but as far as where I'm living, that's pretty much all I want to do. Because I see them a lot. I see them at least weekly, and I'm talking to her via Messenger like every day, and um, we got the cat sickness together, so we're definitely like, her cats are still my cats, and I care about all their well-being and what stupid stuff they're doing. Because I'm just a goof. I'm just a comic book guy. So yeah, this is my day. What was it? 96 and 97. Yeah, because I put in time yesterday, and I'm putting in time today. I didn't have a video yesterday, so it's covering 2 days. I think I'm on track as far as the correct day to be, but that doesn't really matter. I am going to go above and beyond 100 days, and then probably take at least a day off from making videos after that. Yesterday was sort of unplanned. Like I said, it wasn't a highly effective day, but sometimes there's lessons in those days, and you know the constant reminder of work I need to get done is why I want to focus on consistency and my schedule, just like every day, and just like I gotta put in my time. As long as I put in my time, things get done. So if I X out like actual work and then X out time for social stuff, sharing and whatnots, um, I'll, I'll, I'm actually in a much better mood in the evenings, or after I wake up, because I slept better. I knew I got what I like, enough of what I needed done, and yeah, life is better overall the more of those days that you have. Not every day is like that. Not every day goes well. Um, like I said, like yesterday, but you know, you also can't be too hard on yourself. So um, you just have to go forward with the lessons you learn. So yeah, that's it for today. I'm going to check the chat for any last remarks, and we got some. My webcomic and my dad, since he is my code writer. Oh, Daniel, that's awesome. You're working with your pop. It's inspirational to hear from other artists like yourself with similar lives. Business is hard work as a freelancer, and it's great to know you're not on your own. Definitely. That's Comic Book Black Belt said that. Words to live by. Is there a comic art network of YouTube channels? If not, we should make one. Well, I mean, I got my creator own Facebook group, which now be making into a YouTube channel and network on YouTube. So pretty much that you can consider a comic book network. You know, it takes a lot of work, as I'm sure you're well aware of. All of you are YouTubers. Well, definitely three of you. Daniel, are you actively a YouTuber? I gotta. I'm not sure if I've seen any videos by you. I know I've seen your art and work and stuff. Cool, cool, cool. Appreciate it, Comic Book Black Belt. He says I'll check out your page on Facebook as well. Awesome. Yeah, it's like, you know, it wavers like every other Facebook group. I'm trying to think of ways to sort of bring the gang together better, as far as it being a lot more effective. You know how Facebook groups can be just like post after post after post after post. But yes, go there. If you're not already a member, then join. And I pretty much let everybody in unless their profile looks like they're, you know, they just started YouTube and might be a bot or something. But, you know, I don't like spamming in the group. Neither does anybody else. So that's more what I watch out for, and I delete multiple posts if that's all they're doing. I give everybody a day. Essentially, if you post once a day, that's fine. But also check it out. Check out everybody else's work in comics and art and whatnot. Don't just post your own work and leave. That's part of my social networking thing. That's like what I put time into. So I appreciate others who do so as well. Yeah, cool. You're already friends on the the comic group. Awesome. So yeah, that's it for today. Like if you haven't already. Comment on the video if you're watching it at a later date. Let me switch over to where I'm streaming. Okay, so yeah, you can see this. Beep, beep, beep. It's the latest page. I threw down some lines. Like I said, the pencils are so tight and a little faded. I actually look at the computer screen to see the intricate detail so that I could do the best job possible. But I freaking love Rich's work. Also, I'll mention, like, he's not going to be the artist going forward, unfortunately. His art career has taken a turn because he penciled this long ago when he was thinking of doing comics for a living. So for issue 2 and forward on, I'll be the artist as well as the writer as well as the anchor. Probably definitely not the colorist. Definitely not the letterer. I might even, I got Scott O'Green, who's going to help me work with talent. I might have him do a little editorial as well, whatever he's open to. But yeah, Has Comics dude. Check out all we do as we do it. Retro being the very first publication. First, it will be a Kickstarter coming up shortly. So yes, thank you all for watching. Love you all. Be productive and work on what you're passionate about. I'll see you again tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Peace.